This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome to Valley Children's Stadium in Fresno, California, home to the Fresno State Bulldogs. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Fresno State Bulldogs. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Bulldogs ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Hawaii's offense will get first crack at it today. Now, guys, let's not forget, the last time these two got together, we had ourselves an absolute classic that has provided motivation for one side ever since, David.
I mean, such a back and forth, such a fun game. Everyone remembers where they were on their couch or in the stadium for that rivalry game.
And that's what rivalry games are supposed to look like. Both teams playing with phenomenal intensity. It's going to go down right to the wire. And you're right, those are the games that make college football special.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Here's the handoff. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. Davis will throw. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. The Rainbow Warriors decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. So the Fresno State Bulldogs offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And here it comes for the first time as the starter, this talented freshman. And Jesse, it seems like quarterbacks mature quicker and quicker these days, and they're ready to grab the reins.
Yeah, you're seeing it more and more. There's more high school quarterbacks now ready to take the next step and compete and perform in college football. But listen, I started as a true freshman back at Florida. I guarantee you he has so much nervous energy going right now because he has never played in an environment like this, and he has never played against competition like this either, David.
No, it's crazy, and that was 1920. So imagine now with all the technology and how much he's feeling the nerves. Obviously, all the eyeballs in the stadium is on him. Everybody knows what he's capable of, but he's going to be the first guy to touch the football. It's going to revolve around him, and that's a lot to ask of a freshman.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Hauls it in. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the first down. And the Bulldogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Fresno State. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. They're on the board first here in the season opener. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
Fielded in the end zone, it's White. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Davis looking to pass. The quick out. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up to the 28.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. And the Rainbow Warriors will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bulldog. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make them miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Davis will throw. Finds his big tight end. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. The Rainbow Warriors with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. On the option. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
On 3rd down, going up top. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Rainbow Warriors will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Hauls it in at the 40. He only needs a sliver of daylight. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking to take a shot. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, you make big plays for your quarterback in the game. You catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion. 2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Finds his man. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. You know, oftentimes these slot receivers, they're not the biggest guys in the world, but they're really good at finding the open spaces in the middle of the field. And you saw that guy attack the defense in the perfect spot, making life easy for his QB. To throw, it's Webster. Right on the money. Open space at the 25. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do. We're through one period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Quarterback making checks. They'll run play action. Looking for space to the left. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete. I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a first down at the 22. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab on the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants.
Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. Got some room to run. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve his field position.
How about the athletic ability by the big fella? You know, you got those big linebackers in there used to taking on fullbacks and offensive linemen the whole game. He understands for passing situations. I'm getting drops. I'm getting deep in my drops, playing the quarterback's eyes, breaking on the foot.
He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Fresno State. Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
You always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited. Get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
Coming out with it, it's White. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Pulled and finds his man on the left. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Offense gets set for second down. Davis looking to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Harris. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He'll heave it deep. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Sends it back in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. This time it's complete. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
The Rainbow Warriors are marching down the field. They'll try the run. Nose is ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. BYU was all gas and no brakes in one of the more convincing wins we'll see this week. The type of performance Robbie Bosco and company delivered in their national championship season of 1984. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming. Let's take a second to talk about Fresno State. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program, but when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to make a point to the entire college football world with a big win today.
Yeah, and you hear it all off season, and you see it every year. The teams come out of nowhere, and they feel like they've got a lot of potential, a lot of...
He tries to take the top off. He's got it inside the 25. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. He caught it. And he will score. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. Unless you have somebody ready to do his best Tom Brady impression, down 28-3 is no fun, and they have to get something going right now. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Davis will throw. Here's a heat. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Rainbow Warriors will call on their punt team. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Oh, what a caught! Touchdown, Fresno State. Special teams coming through, the 3rd aspect of the game, delivering big time. And the extra point is true, and the score is 35-3. He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turning on the gas. Great job, great return.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. 2nd and short, maybe looking for a shot. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to scramble. Spins away from the defense. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving. The Rainbow Warriors moving quickly to the line. Davis looking to pass. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. It's a seam wide open, and he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors.
And they didn't start this first half the way you wanted to, but at least they're ending on a positive note. At least they're saying, guys, we put a drive together. We scored. We need some plays to go our way, but the offense has got some positive momentum, and that is a great thing going into the half.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. Rushes on him. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Immediately fires to the middle. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down. Might be changing the route. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Inside the 20, stopped at the 19 as they try to get a score on the board before the half. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. The Bulldogs will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Buys a little extra time. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
To the air, it's Webster. Deep shot for the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Absolutely perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. He'll bring it out. It's White. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Looking for room. It's Sims. Shut down in the backfield again, and that might do it here in the half. And what a way for this defense to wind up the quarter. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive.
That said, let's get back to the field, and our guys...
Wide open spaces. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Pulls it and fires to the left. Finds his way up just short of the 40 to the 39-yard line before he goes out of bounds.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And the defense holds firm. pickup at all on that play.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. Fresno State moving it quickly down the field. To the air, it's Warner. Pocket breaking down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back. You get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
The short hands, it's Freeman. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. The snap sets up the throw. They're setting up the screen. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. And the Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Leaves it with the running back. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. A shot toward the end zone. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball. Lots of running room. Got enough space. Touchdown, Bulldog. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And added on again. This offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Fires to the tight end. Fights off a defender. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Shoots his way for more.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
Makes his man miss. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The offense sets up shop at the 46 on first down. Davis will throw. Under fire. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. And the Rainbow Warriors trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Hit as he throws. It's complete to the left. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. That's the end of the quarter, guys, and Fresno State is on top. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the 3rd quarter stats will show you. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And they explode on on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play. Fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
The Rainbow Warriors need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. Lets it fly deep downfield. It's broken up and almost intercepted on that shot to the end zone. It'll be fourth down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not.
Fires toward the end zone. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here, because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The Bulldogs are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. Leaves it with the back. Turning it on. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on third down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on third.
Toss to the left. Got room to work. He's loose. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
The clock is my friend. If I can do this late in the ball game with a lead and I can continue to run the football and they have no answers, well, then...
There he goes. Turning on the Jets. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. Fresno State lines up with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Fresno State. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Wants to go up top on first down. Here's the pressure. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And the Rainbow Warriors now with a long way to go to pick up the first down.
And, man, this offense just keeps trying to find something to go well. They're down so big. There's still time on the clock. Maybe they can put something together, but so far today, this has been ugly.
After giving up a few extra yards after a hitch throw, I wonder if this defense is going to want to give this guy this much access moving forward. They might be thinking about more press coverage or playing some zone coverage where the corner's right up on him.
Trying to escape and get it himself. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. The Rainbow Warriors send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Waves the arm for the fair catch, and the catch is made close to the 30-yard line. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. They want that clock to run. Didn't get a whole lot of room to run. He picked up 1 or 2.
This is an area of the game on offense you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clocked.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Fresno State will have to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute, get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still